It's reached 460. Soto, right center. See you.
8 things you didn't know about Juan Soto. Juan Soto has stormed onto the MLB scene. The Dominican-born superstar has already accomplished more on the baseball field than most players do in their entire career. And the craziest part is that he is only 24 years old. These are 8 things that you didn't know about Juan Soto. Number 8. The youngest player to record 3 stolen bases in a single game. It is rare to take a record from an all-time great, but that was exactly what Juan Soto did when he stole 3 bases in a single game against the Philadelphia Phillies in September of 2018. The performance made Soto the youngest player to ever steal 3 bases in a game at 19 years and 316 days old. The record becomes even more impressive when you hear the player that held the record previous to him, Rickey Henderson. Henderson is the all-time greatest base stealer by a landslide. He holds the record for most steals in a career with 1,406. No other player has ever stolen 1,000. He also holds the record for most steals in a season with 130. So when you break one of Henderson's records on the paths, you know it must be special. And that is exactly what Juan Soto did. To break a record like that, you gotta be able to run like the wind. But believe it or not, Soto isn't a player that relies on his speed to dominate. He proved that he had elite power at the Home Run Derby. Number 7. Juan Soto dominates the Home Run Derby. Juan Soto has already made 2 appearances at the MLB Home Run Derby, and he put on a show to remember at both events. In the year 2021, Soto broke the all-time record for longest home run at the Derby by crushing a ball 520 feet. He didn't quite win the contest though, so he returned in the year 2022 with some unfinished business to attend to. At the 2022 Home Run Derby, he took the title by hitting 19 home runs in the finals against Julio Rodriguez. Juan Soto's Derby title came when he was 23 years and 266 days old. He was the second youngest Home Run Derby champion in history and was only 1 day older than Juan Gonzalez when he won the title in 1993. There's no doubt that Juan Soto is a freakish athlete. I mean, 520 feet? He practically sent that ball to Jupiter. But it isn't just his speed and power that enables Soto to play at such an elite level. His understanding of the game is very impressive for any player, let alone a man that is still so young. Soto's approach at the plate is lethal, and it allows him to get on base at a ridiculous rate. Number 6. Juan Soto gets walked more than anybody. Juan Soto is like a hawk at the plate. He can read pitches better than anyone in the league, and he allows his patience to get him on base and put him in favorable hitting situations. In 2021, his 35% swing rate was the lowest in the entire majors, and in 2022, he continued to only swing at 35% of the pitches thrown to him. His incredible discipline allowed him to lead the league in walks by a landslide with 145 in 2021 and 135 in 2022. To say this kid is the full package would be a vast understatement. He's also already proven to be extremely clutch. Number 5. Juan Soto's record-breaking 2019 World Series run. Soto was only 19 years old when he led the Washington Nationals to a World Series championship in 2019. In the National League Championship Series against the Dodgers, he became the youngest player to hit a home run and steal a base in an MLB postseason game. The previous record holder was Derek Jeter. He continued his torrid pace by homering off Garrett Cole in Game 1 of the World Series, making him the 4th youngest player to hit a home run in World Series history. By the time the Nationals finished off their run and captured their first title in franchise history, the 21-year-old hit 5 homers off a list of pitchers including future Hall of Famers like Clayton Kershaw, Garrett Cole, and Justin Verlander. Not bad, kid. Not only did Juan Soto absolutely tear up some amazing pitchers during his 2019 World Series run, he did it with style. He brought a ritual to the plate that made him extremely famous. Number 4. The Soto Shuffle. We mentioned that Juan Soto has the uncanny ability to differentiate balls from strikes at the plate, and when he does a good job of it, he likes to pull out a dance that has famously been named the Soto Shuffle. When Soto patiently lays off a tough pitch, usually when he has 2 strikes, he shuffles his feet, pats his thighs, sways his hips, licks his lips, and steps out of the box with one foot. He doesn't do it the same way every time, but part of the purpose for this ritual is to intimidate pitchers. If a pitcher throws a great pitch, trying to get Soto to swing out of the zone, he basically stares back as if to say, that isn't good enough to get a ball player like me. The way he sways and stares combined with the licking of his lips is reminiscent of a cobra or a Komodo dragon, patiently sizing up their prey. The ritual first became famous during his run to the World Series in 2019. Now the Soto Shuffle is one of the most recognized baseball tactics. MLB The Show even implemented the move into their recent video game. Juan Soto's elite play at such a young age with his larger-than-life personality earned him a funky nickname. Number 3. His nickname is Childish Bambino. Juan Soto's nickname is Childish Bambino. He earned the nickname by knocking 2 home runs at Yankee Stadium in his rookie season at age 19. The long balls made him the youngest player to homer at Yankee Stadium since Ken Griffey Jr. did when he was 19 years old. And on that evening, the nickname Childish Bambino was born. The nickname is a combination of the talented Donald Glover's stage name, Childish Gambino, and the late great Babe Ruth's nickname, Bambino. By showcasing Bambino power when he was practically a child, he earned the nickname, which he's still referred to today. Getting nicknamed after the great Babe Ruth is a huge compliment, and Juan Soto is definitely worthy of such. And he knows how good he is. Number 2. Juan Soto turned down the biggest contract offer in MLB history. Juan Soto's time in Washington was historical. There are few players who accomplish as much in the first leg of their career as Soto did with the Nats. And the Nationals really wanted to keep him for a lot longer. So they offered him a 15-year contract worth a total of $440 million. And guess what? Juan Soto rejected the deal. Sounds crazy, right? Well, not necessarily. The $29.3 million he would earn on average really isn't as much as some of the other stars are getting paid in the league. The deal was also supposedly structured in a way where Soto would get more money later in the contract. And come on, when you're as talented as Childish Bambino, you want to get your money in order now. After Soto said no thank you to the deal, he got traded to the San Diego Padres for a massive return. He agreed on a 1-year contract worth $23 million with San Diego, which is obviously very risky. I mean, who in their right mind would risk almost $420 million? But that's the type of confidence the young superstar has in himself. And that's why we love Soto. When the Nationals traded away Juan Soto to the San Diego Padres, it was a sad day in the city of Washington, as well as the end of an era. However, there's no need to cry if you're a Nats fan, because it looks like the next Soto is right around the corner. Number 1. Juan Soto's brother signed a contract with the Washington Nationals. In January 2023, Juan Soto's younger brother Elian Soto agreed to join the Nationals organization. Though playing in his brother's shadow will never be easy, Elian is supposedly made of the right stuff. Unlike Juan, who has an extremely complete all-around game, Elian is more known for his power. Blue Jays first baseman Vladimir Guerrero Jr. knows a little bit about playing in the shadow of a family member because his dad was a Hall of Fame outfielder. He claims that he knows Elian Soto from back in the Dominican Republic, and the last time he saw him, the prospect showed better power at his age than his brother Juan did. It's quite high praise, so let's see if Elian could live up to the hype. It is possible that the duo could make history as the most talented brothers to ever play in the major leagues, but we're probably getting way ahead of ourselves. Well, there you have it. Those were 8 things you didn't know about Juan Soto. Keep up with our channel to get access to more MLB-related videos.